Hello guys and welcome to today's episode of Hansen Classic Cars. Today is all about this beauty right here. Before I'm going any further, please go down, if you like what I'm doing here on the channel, go down this video, hit that subscribe button, that will mean the world to me. But this car actually yesterday just passed inspection, which is really nice. So now she's insured, she is cleared to go on the road again, and you can actually take the car for a drive, which is like amazing. Right now I have changed out the brake systems on the front end, 2 brand new calipers, new hoses. I have renovated the drum brakes on the back end of the vehicle as well. But there is still some couple of things I need to address. The bushing here in the front wheel here is a little bit loose. Maybe it's broken. I don't know. We're gonna take a look at it today. And also I need to change out the oil on the transmission box because it hasn't been changed since like maybe in the 90s or late 80s. I don't know. So let's get to it. Let's get this car jacked up. Okay guys, now the car is jacked up, safe and sound here. Let's see if I can demonstrate for you what I mean, because there actually is a little bit of a, it's not that much. Maybe it's hard to, I think it's hard to spot on the camera, maybe it's also hard to hear, but there is a little wobbling going on here, and it's definitely from this bushing right here. It seems a little loose. Maybe you can also hear it. Duk, duk, duk. So we need to tackle that. But first I need to take the wheel off, the hubcap, and let's take a look. I actually never done this before on these vehicles. Usually it's quite alright, but let's see what goes on in here and if it just needs to tighten a bit or maybe it needs to be changed. But yeah. And there it is. Now you actually also have a great way to see the new calipers. Brand new calipers on this old vehicle. I will say almost always when you buy an old car, it's the best investment you absolutely can do is just go out and buy brand new brake calipers and throw on. Cause you know it works, you know there's no like funky stuff going around, and it is a safety precaution. So I will also always say new calipers is money well spent. I also changed the hoses here and the brake lines in here. That's maybe a little hard to see on the camera, but in here as well. But I showed you some pictures earlier. So so far so good. That looks nice actually. But yeah, let's see if we can turn this bad boy over again. And I need a screwdriver. Let's try and see if we can pop this old bad boy here off. It's maybe stuck. It's been sitting here like since forever. So I think it will. It just needs a little love. That's all. Here it comes. Yeah, there it is. And it's hard to tell what is going on here exactly, but of course I need to take the spline out here. Maybe it's a little hard to see. Let me take some of the grease off of it. Yeah, there it is. So you need to take this spline out and see if it's enough, if I'm just sort of tightening the screw. Okay guys, I just have this one is the one I just took off of the vehicle, and I don't know if it's, maybe it's hard to see, but there is quite some, like, it seems a little tired, so to speak. There's quite a lot of movement this way, but I can also feel it right now because I'm just dried a little bit up from all the old grease, and it has seen better days. Then I've taken off this, which actually comes out of the same. It's just from our pile of sort of spare parts for these cars. It definitely has some movement as well. It ain't new, but it's definitely better. And it feels also a little bit more sort of put together. So now I'm gonna grease this up real good, and I will assemble it onto the car and let's see and check if the wobbling has stopped. So yeah. Okay, now I need the Okay guys, here just before I'm tightening it the last bit, I want to say when you tighten these things right here, don't put too much pressure on them because you will damage the bushing in here, and that could put like an awful amount of stress on the sort of the materials, and that will lead to I will not drive that many miles with this vehicle, and then you have to change them again. So it's like finding the balance that we don't want any wobbling, but we don't want them to be like pushed into the sort of the socket here. So it's like gonna find the right balance here for it. Just feel it. I have to drive around. This is just from the new calipers. I think the rubbling is gone, which is nice, real nice. And then the pin here needs to go in again. I can actually put it down here. I think maybe for me it will be a wise idea to sort of take it to the last piece with a little hammer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah. I'm not talking violence here, just really gentle. Again, we don't want to damage anything, so it's just like easy does it, so to speak. Let me see here. Actually need to take this one and turn it up here and back up again. This is just the safety, so we make sure that this one doesn't sort of come off while you're driving, but we don't want that. That feels really, really good. And then the hubcaps. Yeah. And again, push them in here. Again, I actually recommend don't use this. Use a rubber hammer instead when you're doing stuff like that. I don't have a rubber hammer, that's why I'm using this, but you can sort of damage it, so I recommend, do it the right way. Don't do it the way I'm doing it here. Good. That is nice and tight. Looks definitely lovely. Let's put the wheel back on and see how the whole wobbling situation are right now. Okay guys, now the wheel here is back on the vehicle again. Let's see if there is something. Nope. It's absolutely gone right now. There's no wobbling left. So that's fixed. So that is nice. Fortunate news that I actually checked the bottom end of the transmission box on this one, and I have to go out and buy a new gasket. So I can't do the transmission fluid change today in this video, but of course I will be back with a new video where I do it. But I have to have the gaskets, because otherwise when I put it back together it will leak and it's gonna be a mess. So yeah, that's it for today.